Hello, it's Ed, and welcome to another video by the Entropy System. Today I will be answering your questions. If you have any questions following the video, put them in the comments and we will add them to our ever-growing list. How does it feel to watch yourself in shows? Does it affect you emotionally? No, it doesn't affect me emotionally, other than I think it's kind of fun. I'm able to separate myself from the character in the show or the comics quite easily. It's kind of like if someone were to write fan fiction about you. It'd be fun to read other creative takes on who you are as a person, but you know that's not actually you and it doesn't really have an effect over your life. What things in the outside world make fronting worth it to you? I like spending time with the system friends. If there is any critical thinking involved, puzzles, games, things like that. And of course, I like being out front when there are people attacking us online. It's a lot easier for me to take than the others, and I take a sort of pride in being able to protect the system in that way. When joining the system, did you think you were still a part of the DC universe, or how did you know that you were a part of the system? I can't really give you the how, I just sort of knew. I simultaneously recognized that I was Ednigma, but that I was a separate entity from the vast variety of Ednigmas created by different artists and actors over the years. I am my own person and continue to be my own person, separate from those interpretations. I suppose you could consider me just another interpretation by a creative individual, being of course Win, from whom I split off. How is your marriage different and similar to others in and outside the system? How does being in the system affect your relationship? My marriage to my husband Oz is different than Jonathan's marriage to Jacob in that we are far more affectionate. And Oz and I, in the history we understand ourselves as having in the headspace, did not wed out of necessity or out of a balance for the system, but simply out of love for one another. I don't know how to compare my marriage to Oz with any marriages on the outside, being that I don't know any gay married men on the outside. Is there a dark place in the city? Why or why not? No, there's no dark place in the city. There's no need for a dark place in the city. If people want to retreat, they can do so in the safety of the apartments that we have created for them, and we will never, ever again force anyone into the dark place for system protection. We know that that is unhealthy, that is counterproductive, and therefore we eliminated the dark place when we created the new city. Okay, no thank you. How far in your inner world city can you travel away from the apartment block? Is there a boundary where you can't go any further, and what does it look like? You could think of the city as sort of a globe. You can go and go and go in one direction, and eventually you will just circle back to the place you began. There is no running out of space, there is no walking off the edge of the world or hitting an unrendered area. We made sure that everything would be cohesive so that the experience in the city would be as smooth as possible. Favorite Ghibli film? I've not seen any, so I don't have a satisfying answer to this question. Do you like the inner world always being night? Does it affect your mood? I do like the inner world always being night. Of course, that was my design, so of course I would like it. Forgive me. It was Oz's design that I helped carry out. But I still enjoy it. In various depictions of Gotham City, even when it is not night, it is cloudy and dark. Dark is just the aesthetic that I enjoy, and it is convenient that it's also the time that the most of the system is at peace, so we can all enjoy the night for different reasons. There are a lot of questions here that I'm not sure I qualify to answer. For example, how did you let each other know that you exist? It was pretty obvious. I fronted, Win was co-conscious, and from there, everybody picked up very quickly that we were a part of the system, Oz and I. And if there was any confusion whatsoever when we completely redid the headspace, the confusion was gone and it was made quite clear that Oz and I were here to stay. What do you think you'd contribute to a core personality if you decided to integrate? That's kind of an interesting question, considering in the system, I'm only a few months old. So whatever I contributed before would go right back to whatever this imaginary core would be. I'd like to think that in that time I've developed a stronger sense of apathy that is needed in certain confrontational situations, and perhaps that is what I could contribute. That being said, I have no intention of integrating anytime soon, so it will be a while, if ever, if we find out. Alright, and that is everything from me for today. If you have any questions, please do add them in the comments below. And we got our first merch picture on Twitter, which is very exciting. I promise she is wearing an Entropical Fish shirt. She just got black on black. It's an aesthetic that a certain old enemy of mine used to love. If you're interested in getting any of our merch, such as the Entropical Fish logo or the System Pride heart, which also comes in an ally version, a link to our Teespring is in the description below. I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your day, and remember, you are loved, you are valuable, and you are valid. Take care. Goodbye. Hi everybody, it's Win. I want to take this opportunity to give a huge thank you shout out to Shoshi Bauer and Lily Andrews and all of our other patrons for helping support this channel and making what we do possible. If you are interested in becoming a patron, a link to our Patreon is in the description below. If you are interested in sending us fan mail of any kind, our P.O. Box address is also in the description below. I hope you all have a wonderful day. Bye!